So it's a new month with some new questions to be answered, and if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to reach me on Twitter with the hashtag AskEdgar, and I'll go ahead and save that question for my next month's Ask Me video. But without wasting any more time, let's jump into this video. First question comes from Jordan Gaming, and he asks, how many eds does it take to screw in? Alright, so let's just move on to the next question. This one comes from Jim, and he's asking, have you ever pissed on your laptop? Actually, I did. There was one time in Vegas where I got really wasted. What's your life's most regretting decision ever made? The only decision I regret is not starting YouTube earlier. If I started this when YouTube was just starting out, I would be at a much higher place. Definitely at least a few million subscribers, but honestly, other than that, I have no other major regrets. What is the most expensive piece of tech you have ever bought? That obviously goes to the camera I'm using to film this video, the Panasonic GH4. Do you have a degree in something? Believe it or not, I actually don't have a degree in anything. No, but honestly, I was just a few classes away from finishing up my AA in community college, but then work took over and then I was doing YouTube part-time, so I just didn't have enough time to focus on my school. So, yeah, that's what happened. Which is the first app that you open when you wake up? So the first app I open up is the YouTube Studio app, and I like to check my previous video and a few videos before that just to see how well it's doing on YouTube, as well as read the comments that you guys are leaving me on my videos, and I can respond to them really quickly. The app is amazing, and I love checking out my analytics to see what videos are working so well with me and what videos aren't. And I probably check it every 30 minutes to an hour, which is way too much. If you had to be stuck in a room with another person for 24 hours with nothing else in the room, who would it be? Definitely would say my girlfriend, so you know, we can talk about politics and stuff, so we don't get bored. How do you approach exponentially larger companies for review units when you are a small channel on YouTube? I actually get this question asked many times in different forms, but the best way is just to send them an email, a professional, well-written email explaining what you plan on doing with the product and how it's going to benefit the company that you're promoting. Another thing that's really helped us out in the past when we were starting out, just like some of you guys, is that we actually went out there, bought the products, and we did the video, and then we would send it to the companies, and they would look at them. And most of them would respond back saying, wow, that's a really good job, thank you so much for promoting the product. And then they would send additional review units. So if you're starting out, that's also another way to do things. Can you speak Russian? If yes, speak a little bit. Now, even though I was born in Moscow, Russia, I don't speak any Russian. I used to speak Russian when I was a kid, but when I moved here in the States, I started speaking in Armenian and English, and I completely forgotten my Russian language, so thank you, Mom, for that. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would you be doing for a living? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't want to even think about it. I used to work for a bank. Probably that's what I'd be doing just because I know banking so well. But yeah, thank God I'm doing YouTube. If you could get one thing for free to add or change your setup, what would it be? Honestly, I don't know. I'm really happy with the way my setup is. I don't think I would change anything. Probably just a better PC. What languages do you speak? So I only speak 2 languages, Armenian and English. So yeah, believe it or not, English is my 3rd language, and a lot of you guys don't know that. If you hit 1 million subscribers, what will you do? Probably jump off a bridge with all of the excitement. I don't know, honestly, I've never even thought about that. Probably do a special giveaway and a thank you video to all my amazing subscribers that have been supporting me for such a long time. But yeah, something like that, or maybe even something even more crazy. I have no idea, but until that happens, we will see. What is your favorite movie? My number 1 movie of all time is definitely Oldboy, the original, not the remake. I absolutely love that movie. Are we gonna see a website anytime soon? Also some more t-shirt designs. I actually talked a little bit about this on my previous Ask Me video, but I do have a website. It's not an official or a real well done website. It's just there to host my gear list, and you guys can find the link to that down below if you guys want to check that out. But I'm not gonna be running a full-time website because it's just too much work to maintain it. As far as my t-shirts, I will be making some t-shirts that you guys can purchase later in November or December, maybe even in January, but there'll be definitely a video to update you guys on that. But that's basically it. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, feel free to follow me on Twitter and send me a tweet with the hashtag AskEdgar, and I'll feature your question in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.